Good morning. Hello out there. Welcome to the Heavy Montes Morning Show, January 18th, 2026. There's been another shooting, America. Christy Nome, she announced it, you know. Donald Trump has murdered America, another human being, a white woman, you understand? Because the black people are too smart. We're not going out there. Every time we go out there, they exploit us, see. Now they can't exploit us because we're not there, you see. And so they're killing white people, so-called white people. But these are not white people. They don't consider the people of Minnesota white people because the people of Minnesota don't have that ideology of the slave master. They love everybody. You understand? So he is attacking Donald Trump and murdering. Donald Trump is a murderer. Donald Trump murdered a white woman in Minnesota. Now I'm gonna tell you why they call the son of a bitch a murder. Okay, in my opinion, because Minnesota doesn't really have a whole lot of immigrants, undocumented immigrants. To be exact, 0.6. So what are 3,000 Gestapo secret police doing in Minnesota? They're going after Tim Walz. They said they got him under prosecution right now, an investigation, you see. And the Republican Party has taken and done something. They're criminals. And we never had a mechanism to really go after them, but they have created that mechanism. So when the Democrats take over during the midterms, you'll find out that you got a Russian fucking spy as president who sold Vladimir Putin information, nuclear secrets that can destroy you in the South, you dumb motherfucker. And Lindsey Graham too. Because in the South, they have traded the black man for the white slave. They've made him ignorant. He votes against themselves, right? And he tells these white people who had nothing to do with the Civil War that they're white and the black people are after them. And the black people are sitting back and saying, these motherfuckers are crazy. And so what we're going to do as black people, we're going to continue getting educated. We'll build our own fucking hospitals if we have to, our own goddamn schools, because the Constitution says that the education system might be equal. And when you let these so-called nasty white people in your goddamn school, they sit at the school board, they do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Talk about we don't want to teach history in school. Our kids, get damaged. Your kids didn't get damaged because none of us in the black community hold any white man that's living today responsible for slavery. We don't even know shit about that. Those taxes are for your dumb ass. You understand what I'm trying to say? So keep going to college, black people, build your own goddamn schools. White liberals, please join us. You understand? Now, Lindsey Graham did something that was very important. Lindsey Graham, and they said he's under criminal investigation, and that's what he does stuff to Trump. Trump can lock the motherfucker up at any time if you say the wrong thing they say, because he's been embezzling money or something like that. Lindsey Graham. Okay, that's what they say. Now, Donald Trump is in a white state where there are hardly any black people in Minnesota, very few, because he don't consider the people in Minnesota white. He considers them traitors because they won't back the Confederacy. And he's getting back at Tim Walz. Every Republican in the House and the Senate murdered that lady in Minnesota. They murdered those people in BLM. Fox News and Rupert Murdoch and all those motherfuckers, that covered that shit up, I think were complicit, in my opinion, in killing Americans. You see, Fox News caused Americans to die. They kill people, in my opinion. Now, I want to explain something to you. Adolf Hitler, when he was alive, his own generals and his own people tried to kill him several times. You understand? The same thing is happening to Donald Trump. The people that are trying to hurt Donald Trump is his own people because he lied to them. He told them that he was going to do all this stuff to them. Then he came and he told them that they were ignorant and they were stupid. You understand? And so these people are mad. And that's why Donald Trump needs to be afraid of his own people because we're just back to liberals are saying, God, when is the Republican Party going to do something about this man? Because we can't do anything about it. All we can do is vote. America, you gave the power to the Confederacy. And the Confederacy want to destroy the country. They have attacked the country. They have been fighting the war ever since they put up that statue and created a KKK. You understand? And these white people follow that shit. And how stupid. Okay, I'm gonna say something to you, white people. If you're white, all of you people outnumber, 80% of the nation right now. Okay, all right, 14% blacks. 10% blacks, about 14% Hispanics. Whites, that's 70%. 70% can kill every black person in America. Okay, if they wanted to do it. You see what I'm trying to tell you? So, hey, you got all this power and all this stuff, and you're suffering, and you're blaming black people. No, Donald Trump and the Republican Party are domestic terrorists, and they're your enemy. They have a Speaker of the House. He spends every working moment of his life as a coward, and he has taken an effect, an oath to Donald Trump. Both cowards, you understand? So we don't have a House Speaker. You see, we don't have a Republican Party that does anything. All they do is let Donald Trump do what he wants. But Donald Trump is powerful. Donald Trump has the DOJ behind him. Donald Trump has, all of these governors and these congressmen behind him. That's why you got to get rid of him. Lisa McClain in Michigan. She is the biggest lying bitch I know. You understand? I call her a bitch. Nobody would do to this great state of Michigan what Molinar, Wahlberg, and those 6 dogs did to our state. Bullshitting these ignorant fucking maggots that vote against us. We need them to get the fuck out of our state so we can build our state. You know, you don't win a fucking election, Mike Rogers and the Republican Party, by taking money away from the hungry, from the poor. We have it all here. We got everything. But we have a Republican Party in America that's destroying the nation. That's the reason why we need to destroy those motherfuckers. Vote the bastards out. Now, Lindsey Graham said something. He said that we need to account for the federal money because the federal people are threatening on them. No, you motherfuckers, y'all threatening on us. You understand? So when the Democrats take over, you understand, we need accountability for every fucking dime so we can show the world and show the American people that the blue states is paying all this money to these traitorous bastards down south fighting the Civil War, treating black people like shit. You understand? Now, black people in the South, nonsense, you know what the motherfuckers are doing. Register to vote, because a lot of you, they register to vote. Protest is different in America. Spending power. Don't buy shit from the motherfuckers down there. Create your own goddamn stores, Create your own system. You understand? If they don't want your fucking money, don't give it to them. You understand? You can identify, you can see a maggot. You got a sign in his fucking yard. You can do research and find out that some of the bitches are anti-American, no good fucking pedophile protector, because that's what you are when you voted for him, for Donald Trump. So don't give me any shit and don't tell me I am better than you. You're inferior of poor hygiene, because nobody that does America the way you did it should deserve to be called a decent human being and say you are superior and you can't even be smart enough to realize that Donald Trump is an ignorant son of a bitch and we are one people with one blood and you fighting the goddamn Civil War. You're an ignorant motherfucker when you go buy your child an AK-47 and won't know why they shooting down people. Your motherfuckers killed my people in my hometown and the church. And the Fox News went and said and protected that motherfucker that killed 8 goddamn people in my fucking hometown. You understand? Mother Emanuel Church. I ain't forgot that shit, you dirty bastards. And you're coming here telling me somehow that black people and minorities are inferior to murderers and traitors. Now, I am no Donald Trump supporter. Matter of fact, I hate that motherfucker. You understand? I don't like him. I don't like the Republican Party. And I'm going to come out and tell y'all and everybody out there, what's the love about a Confederate? What's the love about a pedophile? What is to love about a Republican Party that puts the nation in danger and we all can die from a nuclear bomb because we got a motherfucker who was hanging around with Vladimir Putin and, screwing children and got a record out there, they say, and he covering it up using our fucking money. Huh? He should be dragged in leg irons, okay, and tried in front of the Hague. You know what I'm saying? But what he did, Donald Trump and the Republican Party murdered an American citizen in cold fucking blood. Shot her down 4 fucking times in the whitest states in America. If they can do it in Minnesota, they can do it any goddamn where. They're just testing it out before they come down to Alabama and kill you motherfuckers. Dumbass. Now, anyway, Donald Trump, uh, I'll give him this. I will give him this credit for this. Okay? He held up a mirror, okay? And showed the world who and what America is. Huh? In the South, the Republican Party harbor hatred, bigotry, and self-interest above all else. You understand? They don't give a fuck about you and me. You understand? They don't give a damn. I went to the store yesterday, and a lady told me, beautiful woman, she said, look here, I had to cancel my health insurance. And she's got 2 children and a husband, and a sick husband. And she's a white woman. She had to cancel her health insurance. I almost cried. I almost cried. Because we cry for our people, not because of their color. We cry for our people when they're in danger. And white people, you're in danger. The whole system is designed to keep you down. You see, you can't do anything to stop black people. You can destroy Black Wall Street. You can kill our children. You can lie on us and shit. We are under the protection of God. God put us here, huh? And this is the test for you to see whether or not you will take care of God's people. The Hispanics, the American Indian, he gave you the power to be good, but you're bad. You see, you followed Satan instead of God. Now, we need to get, the wife is not around, this fucking Russian asset and Nazi lover out of our fucking nation, Donald Trump. Arrest him, send him in front of the Hague. We don't even try him here. Let them do it over there. Because he murdered people around the fucking world and he killed our citizen. And I don't say white woman. She got red blood. She's our citizen. We're not like y'all. They killed a black man. Oh, so what? He shot him down in the street. He killed a Jew. But they killed a white woman, who they thought was Hispanic, because this shit was planned. They're doing everything they can to start a fucking riot, in Minnesota. Now, if I was the people in Minnesota, let me tell you what heavy recommendation is. Stop the protest, get off the street, and let the motherfuckers walk. You understand? Because anytime you protest, you can get some bad elements in there. It won't be black. We ain't coming out. Okay, fuck that shit. Because we know what they'll do for us. They'll shoot us down. They say, oh shit, we can kill these black people. You see what I'm saying? He gonna shoot your ass. Stay home. Let them walk the streets by themselves. But they break into people's houses and shit. And if I was Governor Walz, today they made a threat. They said if Governor Walz called out the National Guard and they arrest him, I will call the National Guard. If I was Walz, you ain't got a goddamn thing to lose. These motherfuckers are dirty. They trying to make up shit on you. I'll call the National Guard out and I'll give them 24 hours to get the fuck out of my state. That's Heavy Monte. I said, you get the fuck out of my state. He can't send the military down. It's illegal. There ain't no goddamn fucking general in America that's going to come and hurt us. Matter of fact, they're talking about getting rid of his motherfucking ass, just like they did Hitler now. You see what I'm trying to say? Donald Trump, your day is his number, motherfucker. You understand? Death's coming to your ass. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Naturally. Because we don't want to hurt him. Your own people are going to fucking kill you. You can't trust the people around you. They want your ass gone. And they're going to get you. Won't be a Democrat. All the assassination attempts against Donald Trump has been done by Republicans or himself. The Democratic Party is a moral party. We wouldn't do no shit like that. You understand? We are the chosen one. the people of God. They are satanic. Donald Trump gave up his $400,000 salary to drift, steal $5 billion from the American people, from you dumb motherfuckers in the South. And you don't even have health insurance. That poor lady who I almost cried for, you know? But see, they don't have any feelings because they're suffering. They don't understand. And I say, I go back. We want to know where the money is going at in Tennessee. They didn't fix the roads in the capital because black people live there. Huh? They say don't thread, when they say don't thread on me, they say don't thread on the state government. We have the right, to fuck over these people down there. The right not to give them health insurance, the right to build tennis courts, the right because they're ignorant. Huh? We ain't giving them shit. We ain't giving them insurance. We ain't paying for a goddamn thing when they get the federal money because they have enough federal money to insure their people. America spends more money on healthcare than any other nation in the world. We have the worst healthcare system in the world because it's been designed by the states governments to cheat your ass. You understand? Now you come to Michigan, okay, in the city I live in, one of the best hospitals in the fucking world. You understand what I'm saying? A Republican now, huh? But we love one another. You understand? I have a neighbor. He's a Trumper. That man will give you the shirt off his fucking back. He's a real, true fucking Christian. Okay, but he was fooled to vote for Donald Trump. And he said so. He said so. He said, he don't watch TV. People don't have time to be watching news and shit. That's why the press is dead. Okay? The press is dead because, people don't watch that shit, especially now. Since the Republicans are taking over, you know. We'll come up with a new press and new rules for the press. And Fox News should be abolished. Fox News will be studied. You understand? Laura Ingraham and all those people will go down in history as traitors to the nation. And I don't even think they'll be able to stay in America, but they can't go no place around the world. No country will accept them motherfuckers. Maybe Russia. And they can't, Russia take their money. You can come over here, but you're gonna have to, give us your money and get a job in a factory like everybody else. Laura Ingraham, but your nasty steak ass. Now, J.D. Vance said that Trump is America Hitler. He said it in July of 2016, and he told the truth. That's the one true thing that J.D. Vance said, before, he was magnetized, before they found something on him. You're a transgender. We got pictures on your ass. We got your boyfriends and your girlfriends and shit. You're gay. If you don't do what the fuck we say, you're the man that's going to take us to the promised land. That's what they said. Project 2025 told J.D. Vance. Because you got to pick a stupid motherfucker to do this shit. To try to tear up their country and think we're going to accept this shit. The walls of Jericho will fall. You understand? And Donald Trump and that faggot regime will be in jail. Now, I'm going to say this one more thing, America, because the time is getting long. Something horrifying is happening in America. Because a person was filming ICE, Nazis, which is protected under the Constitution in Minnesota. This person was brutalized to the point of becoming unresponsive. You understand? They beat the man for taking pictures. In Nazi Germany, it was too late. Just after a few months, Hitler he got in there a few months. He was able to come in just like Donald Trump did, except Donald Trump don't have the good people that Hitler had. He came in and he took the country over and slaughtered and killed all of those people. You understand? This is Heavy Monte for the Heavy Monte podcast and the Heavy Monte Comedy Show, saying Donald Trump is a traitor, a murderer, in the opinion of Heavy Monte, and you never, ever vote for any Republican again because they are Nazis, domestic terrorists, and their leader is a convict. Please subscribe to the Heavy Monte's morning show and the Heavy Monte podcast, the Heavy Monte Comedy Show, and have a great weekend, America. And again, never, ever vote for a Republican.